A high-stakes showdown in Washington expected today at the White House between President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy as the clock ticks down toward a default deadline.
We've got to be able to solve this problem.
The two will meet face-to-face without other congressional leaders after what was described as a productive call on Sunday. Biden sounding optimistic returning from the G7 summit. At the summit, the president insisting default is off the table.
I've done my part. We put forward a proposal that cuts spending by more than $1 trillion. Now it's time for the other side to move.
As well as revisiting, invoking the 14th Amendment to raise the debt ceiling alone.
I think we have the authority.
Though Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen cast doubts on the idea Sunday and also reinforced that June 1st date as the deadline for an agreement.
I certainly haven't changed my assessment, so I think that that's a hard deadline.
The clock is ticking for a bipartisan compromise. Throughout negotiations, Republicans have demanded to curb overall spending and pressing on extending Trump-era tax cuts that could add over $3 trillion to the debt. Proposals the president says are unacceptable.
It's time for Republicans to accept that there is no bipartisan deal to be made solely on their partisan terms.
Ryan, we keep talking about this June 1st deadline, but in actuality, the deadline is much sooner than that because it has to play out in Congress, does it not?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Savannah, for a couple of reasons. First, you talk about the legislative process. That's so important. It's going to take time, and McCarthy is going to need to sell whatever deal he makes with Biden to the rest of the House GOP, and that is no guarantee. And then the second problem is, in 2011, during a similar showdown, even though negotiators came to an agreement at the last minute, the federal government's credit rating still dropped, the stock market tanked, and that made it more expensive to borrow money going forward. Savannah?
Exactly. There already is a cost to this kind of thing. Ryan, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.